Hi, my name is Jake, and today I'm going to review the Metz 48 F1 flash. Well, it's a hot shoe flash that you can just put on your camera. I have a D700 here with a 2470 Sigma, which is a great lens and a great camera, and you can just put it on like any other flash, and you can screw it on with a plastic ring that you can screw. This does have some pluses over the clip-on switches that Nikon and Canon have used over the last couple of years. At least the Nikon flashes wobble around a little bit on the camera, and I'm not really comfortable with that. I've had the SB600 and the SB100. Unfortunately, I'm not able to review them at this time. I've already sold them. But yeah, let's just take a look at the Metz anyway. So this is the battery compartment. It's pretty simple. Nobody really cares if it's 4-on-1 in the alignment or if it's 2-on-2. This Metz obviously chose 2-on-2. It's a little bad to see, and it's not very well to be seen in bad lighting, because it has like little pluses and minuses on the metal contacts. That is not very well done. I think a little print on the inside would have been a lot better. So that was not that great. The flash power, of course, it's in, well, guide number 48 is a lot. It's very strong, so I would not complain about that. And let's not talk about how strong a flash is or how many flashes it can control. So let's just talk about how the flash handles on the camera. It's very tall. It's almost as tall as an SB900, I think. It's about as tall as my own 580 used to be when I had my 5D. Yes, I switched over to Nikon, and I'm not going to fight a war out here. So this is a great flash in itself. If you're not shooting in total darkness, I'll get to that later. And so let's just take a look at the back, the design on the back. This is actually it has a little screen. It has a pretty simple design with a mode button, a plus and minus, or minus and plus, and it has the test flash button that lights up once it has full power again, so it doesn't do like bing or whatever the Nikon and the Canon flashes sometimes used to do. I think the SB800 used to do that, and you can turn it off obviously on every flash, but it's very annoying once you when you turn it on the first time, bing every time. That is a little annoying. So yeah, it zooms to I don't know where. Nobody really cares about that. This obviously has a lot of power, and you can zoom in a lot. I'm pretty sure I've shot objects that are so far away that are probably like 200 meters or something, and they're still very bright at, I don't know, ISO 800. So I wouldn't really care much about the guide number 48 at ISO 100. This is a great flash. When I said it's not as great as it is otherwise, I meant it's not as good in real bad lighting situations, because the AF light is not as good as the Canons, nor as good as the Nikons. Even though I say this is not as good as the Nikons and the Canons, and it doesn't help the autofocus of the camera a lot. If you've chosen a certain AF point that you want to autofocus on in total darkness, this is still a lot better than the Nissin 622 Mark 1, Mark 2, whatever. I've tried the Nissin, and it goes dark, it goes very bright, and it's not a very good flash. So I'd say this is a very good flash, but not in total darkness, because the autofocus light, it's a little circle with stripes in it, and it's like right above the center, so you can't even use the center sensor for AF, which I always use because I'm a club photographer. I photograph at night, and I like autofocusing on the eyes first, and then changing the frame to whatever I want in the frame, So this is a great flash. It has a lot of power, and it's still great, even though it's got a plastic foot or shoe. This is not going to break easily. I've had a couple of flashes over the years, and there's only one flash that has broken out of its foot. and that only happened when the camera really dropped from my hand at on a height of 2 meters. I mean, that is really bad. If that happens, no flash that has a metal flash mount will still work. I mean, it was probably spraying something inside of the plastic and just burst inside, and who cares, it's still broken, you know. So the metal foot doesn't really help. So yeah, great flash. AF help light is not helping as it should, so don't use this for club photography. For anything else, this is great. For bouncing, it's great. I've found that the results are not as steady as the SB600, 800, 900 or the 700. I was more happy with this than the 550 and the 420. So the old Canon flashes didn't used to be as good as current Metz or Nikon flashes. Sorry, whatever it's called, nobody really knows. So yeah, that was my little review of the Metz 48 AF-1, and I know it's already an old flash, so anybody can get it on eBay. That's exactly the reason why I'm actually doing this review, is that you can get this for 120 euros on eBay.de. I'm not sure for how much you can get it on .co.uk or on .com, but you can get this new for 189.95, I don't know, something like that. And so it's a good flash for its money. If you pay 30 or 40 euros more, you can buy yourself an SB600 or an EX430 EX. I'm sorry. Been out of the Canon system for a while now, and yeah, what was I about to say? Alright, the SB600 and the 430 are both better flashes than this. They both have a clip-on. The 430 is in itself the better flash than the SB600, but I don't want to start any brand bashing. So let's just stay with the fact that this is a cheap flash and it's good, except in low light. So I hope you like this very structurally complicated review, and I hope you don't mind my being confused over what I was about to say next. I will be reviewing the SB700 tomorrow or the day after, so stay tuned, and I hope this helped you decide what flash you were going to buy. So 190 euros against 270 or 280 euros of the SB700. I can already tell you that the SB700 is probably going to win, but stay tuned and check it out tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm Jake.